What's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. We're going to be heading out over to the project lawn over at my church. I want to show you the GCI Cool Blue project lawn we've been showing you, we've been working on. We did that from start to finish. If you're someone that's just now watching my videos way after we planted the project lawn, it was my attempt to show you a fresh, from nothing out there but crabgrass, weeds, clover, just a nasty piece of land. We killed off all the weeds, we changed and turned the dirt over, we planted GCI Cool Blue. Now we're establishing this lawn for the first time and we're continuing to work on it. That's what we mean by the project lawn. If it's new to you, you can check it out in the history project lawn. But today we're going to roll out there. As you can see behind me, we on Wednesday, late video, sorry about that, but we showed you what my lawn's looking like. Fall is definitely kicking in. It's helping our lawns look awesome. We got some rain and that truly helped a whole lot as well. So we're going to head over there. Number one, there's a couple things I want to show you with the project lawn. I want to show you what it's looking like right now. We do have some, well, I've got a concern that I want to get on camera, ask you guys, show you guys, let me know what your thoughts are. We need to do a soil test out there, but I want to show you the concerns, but we're also going to do an application. I think I'm going to go ahead, if I take my mower, we're going to go ahead and put a mow on it. We do have church tonight, so I think it'd be cool to let everybody see it when they're walking out to the gym with the kids and everything, to see the mowed lawn. That may not have saw it at the bonfire. So we may do a mow, but also we are going to do a spray for some of the weeds, I believe. We have done 2 or 3 mows. It's not baby grass anymore. It is, I will say, young adult grass, if you will. It's not fully matured into that grass, but a lot of it has. The newer grass would be the Kentucky bluegrass, because we know that takes longer to germinate, right? But the fescue has been around for well over a month or 2, and we've done 3 mows, so we're clear to do herbicide now. So there's some clover, there's a little bit of just junk in it that we want to clean that up, and so I'm not decided which way I'm going to go, but we'll talk about that. So let's go out to the project lawn, we'll set up shop over there, let's show you the lawn, show you what's going on, and see what we're going to do over there today in this video. All right, guys, so we're out at the project lawn, and again, want to show you this, just give you a quick overview. We're going to do a mow. I did bring the mower, so the old Honda, continuously having to bring my mower up here. Just don't have another one to leave up here right now, but hopefully in this you can see the color. I don't know, I've got glasses on, it's hard for me to tell, but can you see the darker grass in the middle? But over here it's lighter in color over in this region, but it's darker here. I don't know if you can pick up on that. I hope you can. Same thing here. It's just an odd color. So I don't know if the fert is wearing out, if the protein is wearing out. Protein is a slow release. We did that way back in early September on 9/11. We put it down. So per the marketing and what protein offers, it should last for quote up to or around 90 days. That means it should go well into all of September, all of October. We're about a month. We should have at least another month, I would think, of the slow feeding of the protein. On top of that, we did do an application a week or 2 ago. Actually, it's been 2 weeks now of 20-0-0. We did it at 8 ounces per 1,000. We didn't go heavy, but we did do more nitrogen. So I've heard people saying if you push too much nitrogen, it can go lime. I don't know if that's what's happening here, or if we've got a lot of grass growing in one particular spot and it's trying to fight for space and room. I'm not sure. But anyways, you see some of the spottiness, but a lot of the spottiness has cleared up because it's filling in. We got Kentucky bluegrass here. It is going to fill in some of these areas, like right here. Here is what we're going to try to handle today. We're going to try to handle some of these weeds. They're growing, they're getting bigger. It's time to just go ahead. We've got more mature grass to where it can handle a herbicide now. So the sun's kind of in an odd space, but it's looking, I mean, it's really coming along, guys. It really is filling in. This area, the one I talked about, I see little grasses over here trying to make it, but not really. But look, remember the big patch? Look how much a good, decent rain. We got like over an inch of rain out here. And then I watered some last night. But look, remember our patch that was so bare is filling in a lot. This should be a huge change for you guys seeing it now compared to last time when we did our first mow. That mow really has kicked it up and is really, I'm telling you, mowing is not just about looks. it gets those roots to really go. I want to mow this. That's why I'm even carrying my own mower from my house up here every time to do as many mows on this as I can. And in North Carolina, where my climate is, we can mow all the way into January, possibly sometimes December. But this is filled in so nicely because we're mowing it. It's thickening up. This would have been even better looking at the bonfire, and that's why I said if I had another week or so, I knew if I could get a mow or two on it before the bonfire, it would look better. And it's already, look at that. It's looking phenomenal. The shadows are probably not doing real well. So you still got spottiness when you walk over top of it, but a lot of it is thickening up. And even here, some of these areas, and I don't know if some areas have gotten more water than others and it pools up and that's why it's darker, but in the shade, let's get over here in the shade just before we go to mowing this thing. I'm still mowing it at 3 inches. This is a little patchy, but it's going to thicken up as well. But you can see a little bit of the color contrast, and maybe it's because it is patchy. So we're not trying to douse it with nitrogen, but we are going to do an application for the weeds. Not a lot of weeds on this side. I did see some goosegrass, I think, last night. That we may need to look at specifically to handle. But over here, not a lot of weeds. It's just patchy in areas, and mowing it more is going to get it. And again, we had a rain when we seeded. Some of that seed, as Pete talked about in his latest video, moved around, and it's not even here, and it's not even over here, but we do have germination. I did reseed an area right here. See this stream? Look at that. You can see where the patchiness is. See the stream that curls right here? That's from when we had seeding and water came and washed all the seed. And I tried to reseed some of this. It looks like there is baby grass growing up right here. Some of that is triple threat actually. So anyways, it is looking better. The more we mow, the more it's going to grow, the more it's going to thicken up. This is proof of it. And again, if we had this before we did our bonfire over here, it would have looked even better. So with that said, now that we've reviewed it, I'm just going to quickly mow it. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to film the mow. You guys have seen me mow it. I'll mow it. We'll come back. We'll take a look at it after the mow. I'm going to figure out which way is best. Take down this tape right here so it's not in my way with what we're going to do today. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about the applications because we'll focus on that instead of actually cutting it. All right, guys, so we got the preschool kids out here. So I'm going to quickly show you the mow. Went over all of this twice. And you can see down here looking pretty good. I'm trying to get it to where the sun is really going to light them up, but it's looking really good. Went this way, but clearly the sun's not working in our favor as well as making it look hot. But it went back and forth, and then in these areas we actually did up and down, did like a crisscross pattern here. So looking pretty good. When you roll over the stripes twice, they really kind of just burn them in. So if one time, you know, you're laying your base stripe, and then the second time it really lights it up, and depending on the direction of the sun is going to depend, you know, how it turns out, how it looks. And so sometimes when you do it, it don't look great, but later on that evening it looks wonderful. So we did up and down over here. Again, still spotty, still growing in, but even if we're just cutting off a little bit, the mowing is so very important to keep the growth continuing, as well as nitrogen. Today I'm actually going to come up here in just a second. As soon as I show you this, I wanted to get it on camera that it does look good before. Man, it looks really good at this angle. Look at that, guys. This was nothing but weeds and crabgrass, and now look at that. That looks amazing. The sun makes a big difference in the direction of how the stripes look, but look at that. Fresh grass looks better than my lawn in some ways. So it's still growing in, but just wanted to put that on camera and show you, man, it's looking nice. Let's go up here, and hopefully the kids won't be too loud and we can talk about our apps. So since Wednesday's video was so thrown together and not very good, here's what we're working with today. Number one, I brought the 3/4 gallon Tall Star because they have an ant problem out here. So we'll do that separate, and probably won't do that on camera. That'll be something I'm just applying it. Just know that. Again, if you missed our Tall Star talk, our bifin talk, bifin is the active ingredient on this bad boy. It decimates ants, insects. As you see, insects are pretty bad out here. As soon as I got out, flies are attacking me. So they're pretty bad out here. So this is needed. We're going to do green effect. I had this in my shed. This is not the church's. This is mine. I thought about it when we were talking about the lime green areas back here. I don't want to go too hard. And I got 2000 from GCI Turf. But this not only will add the 6% iron, but we'll do a little N as well and see if we don't not only change the color. It's either going to get worse or it's going to get darker. We're going to find out one way or another. another. So there's not, but I think half in here. So I'll let you know what we do with this. And then we're going to throw in and spike it with some Speed Zone. And you see it right there. It does have some type of ester. It's 2,4-D with some type of ester right there in it. But there you go. That's 28% 2,4-D. It knocks out clover, dandelion. So the goal is to kill some of this stuff down here, right here on the edge. My phone is not cooperating. There we go. Some of this on the edge, just broadleaf weeds. And then obviously this stuff over here, clover, and I don't know what this mess is, but it should absolutely decimate all of this mess. Sorry about the phone not acting right. It does this sometimes, and you got to tap everything. Man, the insects are terrible. So we got clover, and then we got these guys over here that are, you know, just broadleaf weeds that 2,4-D should absolutely destroy. You're going to do about 1 ounce per 1,000 of Speed Zone, but I'm not going to do a heavy mix with that, because really we only got weeds. You know what? I may not mix it, because really we only got the main part of the weeds is like this part over. So I may just do like a gallon afterwards and just kind of spray all this section and try to knock them all out. So we'll see. We'll let you know here in just a second. Alrighty, ladies and gents, so mission accomplished. As I try to pack up all our products, I'm just going to leave the Tall Star here. Just don't have the time to do that right now. But I did do it separate. I just didn't feel there was enough weeds to, and I was nervous about mixing that, even though, you know, the internet's always right, correct? You know, it's always right, but no, I did it separate. So I did 8 ounces per 1,000, but I had like a gallon left over. I think when I measured this property online with the online tool, it told me 3,700. I think it's slightly under that. It's not that much, because I keep consistently having more left in my tank. So therefore it's got to be closer to like 3,200, 3,000 square feet. But regardless of that, I'll figure that out. So we did apply a little over 8 ounces per 1,000 of the green effect. So 700, 6% iron. If I see this afternoon when I come back for church that there's a difference, I'll throw my phone out and I'll show you that. Then I did 1 ounce, I did 1 gallon and 1 ounce of Speed Zone. It just spot sprayed like these little onions right here, and just all these clovers, mainly across, and you may have seen it in the little time lapse, but mainly across the side of the sidewalk. There was some on the back side, but I walked around, spot sprayed some of this. I did basically this whole section right here because it's been the worst, and so did some of that spot back there. So mission accomplished. Everything's looking good. We're growing in. Let me know your comments below, guys. This is what I do. It's what I do at my lawn. I imagine this is what everybody does at their lawn. I don't know. That's why I asked the questions. Leave your comments below. We're thickening up. We got more fert. We want to keep pushing growth while we can. When it gets hot, we can't use as much fertilizer. That's why we're pushing fert, and we're trying to go ahead and kill weeds. But you don't want to do it too early. If you just planted and you got baby grass, don't be throwing herbicide on baby grass, guys. I'm only doing that because about after 3 mows, we're clear to use tenacity if we want to now, because we've done 3 mows, but I'm not going with tenacity again. I'm not trying to bleach this. I think 2,4-D will do exactly what we need it to do. We'll see what happens with Poa annua in the coming months and weeks, and we may have to go Etho 4SC or Etho Poa Constrictor, right? So we'll see where we go with that. But herbicide down, fertilizer down. We should get a little bit of a color change. We'll see what happens with the liminess here. Is it Mr. Ferguson pushing too much in or not? So it is now evening. It's been about 5 or 6 hours since we sprayed the project lawn, and looking at it in person before I show you, I do see a little bit darker lawn here. So here's what it's looking like. It all looks pretty even now, but I can definitely tell that our 700 green effect has made a little bit of difference. So just wanted to show you that. It looks lighter right here on camera. It doesn't look like that in person, but it looks pretty dark And it looks like I got it darker over here for some reason. I don't know why that's the case, but it looks pretty good. So I just wanted to throw this clip in at the end of the video to show you. Just like I said, the 700 Green Effect 6% iron, we'll link it below. It's a fun product. If you've got something like protein that's a slow release, urea is in the 700 Green Effect plus 6% iron. This grass has had no iron, first time it's had iron. So now it's got a little bit darker via the iron, not the urea nitrogen. So just wanted to show that to you. So it looks pretty good, guys. The stripes have held a little better. It's the first time I've cut it this way, but that looks pretty cool. And so yeah, it does make a difference. So check out those links below. We'll put Tall Star down there. We'll put 700 Green Effect. We'll put Speed Zone. If you've got little, you can already see a little bit. It looks like the clover's already seeing a little bit of, look at that. It's only been 5 hours and the clover already looks like it's taken some shots and some damage. So hopefully that will clean up, and we'll show you in a week or so if it's thickened up even more. God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next video from Central North Carolina. Take it easy.